it's me, Bussy, and welcome back to Hot or Rat. And today we'll be reviewing episode 3 of RuPaul's Drag Race All-Stars Season 6. In the main challenge, our queens created commercials to sell their special services, and the runway category was Rudemptions, recreations of looks from their original seasons. We'll be breaking down each of those runways, briefly taking a look at the main challenge, and then addressing the alleged mistreatment of Pandora Boxx. According to her tweets, it seems she's feeling more like a glorified extra than an actual contestant on the show. Now, let's get into it. First up, let's play a Kylie Sonique love game. Kylie is redeeming her Lady Gaga look from the original Snatch game. And let's just say this redemption is nothing short of extra planetary. Chromatica planetary, in fact, which you may have recognized. Kylie actually shared with us on Instagram that this look was worn by Gaga herself.
I'm off to Chromatica.
And I cannot imagine that there is a better feeling in the world than redeeming a look that you wore 11 years ago with a look actually worn by the person that you were impersonating. She even wrote trust on the glasses that she's wearing, giving us a little nod to her original performance in Snatch Game. This look is hot. Oh, and shout out to the designer Bicala who worked on this look, as well as many of other Kylie's other looks, including her promo, entrance, and press looks. Wow. Now that's what I call booked, blessed, and be called. Next up, touch all of this renaissance. It's Scarlet. Miss Envy is redeeming her season 11 entrance look today. Honestly, Scarlet is one of those queens that probably had a difficult time choosing which look she wanted to recreate because she really didn't have any bad looks in her original season. That said, seeing the original next to this redemption makes it look like a cheap forgery in comparison, and I always love seeing an All-Stars glow up, but it's even more impressive when a queen goes from amazing to even more amazing. Whatever she's been drinking, I will take 2. Make it 3. I need it. You could put Scarlet into a museum wearing this look and Mona Lisa would be shaking. She took me to Venus and back. This look is hot. Next up, there's nothing fake about her except the fur. It's Eureka. She's redeeming her season 9 faux fur runway. This is actually another queen who didn't strike me as somebody who necessarily needed to redeem a look. Eureka has always been very strong on the runway, being, an expert in proportionizing and all. That said, I think she picked a good one to redo. The original was full of dirty lines and the fur kind of randomly placed throughout her body, and the graphic colors are so intense that it's just a lot to look at. This new version takes all of that and makes it more refined, sophisticated. This bodysuit has her looking like she could join the Power Ranger team with Kylie, and they'd be an amazing duo. This look is hot. Also, I do want to say I don't really agree with what Michelle said about there being too much going on up top. Sometimes a fuller bush is more fun. Next up, now in the organics aisle, it's Raja O'Hara. She's redeeming her farm to runway design challenge look that actually sent her home on her original season. And when I say redeeming here, I think that is a gross understatement. This look is fabulously done. Flawless. She went from Charlie Brown Christmas on the original look to California Redwood in this one. It's almost like a take on classic Poison Ivy where she's kind of one with the plants. They're growing out of her body. She is the tree, and she even has on those extra tall platforms to really give it that extra emphasis, and has the leaves on top of her head. And I love that she's giving a nod to the burlap pants that sent her home by including what looks like burlap around her arms, like she's just graciously carrying that down the runway. This look is hot. Next up, looks like Pandora too had a visit to the farm to recreate this look. Now, y'all know I love me some Pandora, I really, really do. But I also try to be unbiased in my videos. Instead of trying to take an older, bad look, you would say, and making it better, she chose to do a more thematic redemption. She's seeming to want to tell the story of the young party girl growing up into the mature drag queen professional woman that she is today. I think that's great and all, but I really don't see the connection between the two looks besides the colors green and blue. In fact, I like the original better. I think it's more whimsical, campy, and kind of tells the story of who her crazy kooky character is a little bit better. Considered on its own, I do like this redemption look. I think it's hot, but considering what they asked her to actually do, I don't think she really rose to the occasion. And for that reason, this overall redemption is gonna be a rat. More on her later though. Next up, welcome to the pageant. It's Yara. The bitch looks stunning, but it's rare that she ever doesn't. She's redeeming her season 3 promo look. I think it's really fun to look back on Yara's old runways because she's somebody who has always kind of marched to the beat of her own drum, both in style and personality. But like back in season 3, she was turning looks on the runway that the other girls were not ready for and could not even conceptualize at the time. I always think back on her hair extravaganza looks and Futurama Glamorama look, which was like a Lady Gaga Alexander McQueen from the Monster music video recreation. I do think her original promo look was pretty, and I think this Redemption is even better. Plus, it's got all of her signature things: crazy contacts, wild hair, fierce makeups, and of course, the bling. Yara, how's your headpiece? This look is hot. Next up, she's 1,000 years old and she's just waking up. It's Trinity K. Bonet, Queen of the Damned. Miss Trinity is redeeming her season 6 promo look. This is another look that I don't really think needed a redemption, but she probably chose this because I don't think she could possibly at all feel regretful about any one of the looks that she turned on her original season. I think back to that wild, like animalistic, crazy showgirls thing with all the feathers that she wore. Oh my God, like the bitch turned some looks. So she chose the most relatively least exciting look she could and turned it the hell out. Side note, random plug for Queen of the Damned, that movie is amazing, totally gay, campy, and fun. Go watch it after you finish this video. Trinity, I'm ready for you to turn me. Right there, bite. Just right there. One little bite. Thanks. This look is hot. Next up, she's no longer just Jan. She's Glamazonian Jan. I was so excited to see Jan redeem this look. This was the one look from her on her original season that I was just kind of like, but it was very high school, freshman coming into high school, and this is full high school senior going to prom and winning prom queen. I also truly don't think that we've ever seen Jan look more confident and beautiful on the runway because she is wearing this gown, it's not wearing her, which we do see a lot from her. Like, she wears these extremely extravagant things that you're kind of like, but wait, where is Jan and all that? I actually loved this redemption so much that I was a little bit offended when Michelle was like, your hair looks matronly. I was like, what? I mean, yeah, it looks more mature, but that felt kind of rude to me. Jan, I think this look is hot. Next up, oh my sweet little ginger Minj. She's redeeming her future of drag look. The biggest offense in the original look for me personally was that crazy chopped off wig and makeup that she had with the look, and undoubtedly that is better this time around. I love that little like visor headpiece thing that she's got on. It's kind of giving me like Queen of Atlantis, like maybe there's an underwater castle that she's swimming off to after this runway, which further does kind of make sense with like the fish scales on the side and then the rouged sleeves and pants that are attached to the bodysuit, which I really did not personally enjoy. I think she kind of did redeem the runway a little bit, and it deserves a soft hot. But do I like the look? No, it's a hot. Next up, over in Funky Town, it's Dr. Reverend Silky Nutmeg Ganache, PhD. She's redeeming her 70s inspired makeover look that she did with Soju back on season 11. Now, most of our queens tonight did their redemptions in a way that were at least in some way a callback to their original looks. Silky took that old outfit, threw it in the trash, burned it, forgot about it, and started from scratch. And the redemption look that we're seeing today is at least still from that same style era, so I think she deserves credit for that. Plus, like Ross said, she looks so damn good you don't give a what the old look was, because this one is a million times better. This is a look I would love to see the Reverend Dr. Silky perform in. This look is red hot. Next up, our butterfly is fully metamorphosized. It's Akeria C. Davenport. She's redeeming her season 11 caftan look, which, as Ross pointed out, was not actually a caftan. This one today is, so great. She's now on theme with this redemption. I was maybe slightly confused that we didn't really see any elements of butterfly in this look, but also not too mad about it because kind of like Silky, the look is great. She looks gorgeous. This blue color, the blue crystals, stunning, and y'all know she's gonna bring it to you every runway. This look is hot. Now let's break down those main challenges real quick. Team Drag Exorcist. Kylie, Scarlet, Eureka. Eureka stole the show, no doubt about it. Her character was insane. It was giving me a blend of all of the performances that they did back in the Divine Challenge, specifically what Ginger did with the eggs, mixed with like what Vivacious did back when she was just a head on a plate, mixed with her own brand of craziness. It was a treat to watch. As for Kylie and Scarlet, I'm a little bit nervous if they have to do an acting challenge again because they were not as strong as Eureka, but then again, having them play more toned down was kind of necessary because having them be so leveled out made Eureka's seem that much wilder. All things considered, I think this group did a great job and their commercial was hot. Why don't you come around and exercise me sometime? Oh. As for Team Fix-It Bitch, which was made up of Raja, Pandora, Yara, and Trinity, they were easily the best commercial of the entire group of queens tonight. I think they stood out because they did a lot, but they also let each queen shine individually. They all played to their strengths and somehow all that kooky craziness all mixed up together just really worked out and they did an amazing job. It was hot. It was also really cool to see Trinity do such a great job because she wasn't so amazing in the acting challenges back in her original season, and she's already flopped in the very first talent show where she did comedy. In this challenge, she proved that she could do both comedy and acting, so that was really like a triple redemption for her tonight considering the runway as well. Props to ya, mom. Team Rented Queen was made up of Jan, Ginger, Silky, and Akeria. Of the three teams, I think they were undoubtedly the weakest, and I think that was because they tried to do a little too much, and I think Ginger almost kind of like outshined the other three like way too much. Like, why was she featured so much more than everyone else in the challenge? That either tells me that the other queens didn't speak up and say, hey Ginger, you have way too many lines, or they chose to cut some of the other queens' lines in the final production to basically emphasize how good Ginger was. And Silky, who gets eliminated this episode, had almost no lines. And, you know, was that a coincidence? Did she not speak up? We don't know what happened behind the scenes. This commercial I would not rent or buy. I'd just throw it in the trash. It's a rat. That said, it really was not the worst thing in the world. Like, the queens this season, I think are very evenly matched, and that is what is making this season of All-Stars so damn good. The other twist we have this episode is that the queens are judged as groups, not as individuals, which leads them to giving the win to Trinity and arguably overlooking some of the, I guess maybe you could say, stronger acting performances given by queens like Eureka and Ginger. Though I do think Trinity was a deserved winner. The other reason I was really happy to see Trinity win was, of course, because we get to see her lip sync. Our assassin today is Laganja. Yes, God. I love her so damn much. They both killed it, undoubtedly, but you knew Laganja did not come to play the second she came and did like a jump split onto the floor before the lip sync even started. Laganja wins and reveals that the queens have voted to send Miss Silky home, which is really sad, but at the same time, I think she really needed to do an amazing job this episode considering the past two performances that she's given. And like I said, there's just so much talent this season that one little mistake is gonna send these girls home. Most of all though, I was really happy that Silky got to share her story about becoming a better person, finding herself, and learning to look past some of the disappointing, I would say, behavior of the fan base and how they treated her, because she really did deserve better. Too often, the plus-size queens and the queens of color receive way more hate and less positive attention than their white, skinny counterparts. We all need to do better. Don't send hate, spread some love, and that's that on that. Now on to the alleged mistreatment of Pandora Boxx. On June 24th, she tweeted, "Hey, thanks World of Wonder for making sure even though I was top 3, you had to make sure I was still the only queen insulted during my entrance. You def are consistent if nothing else at RuPaul's Drag Race." In that tweet, she was referring to Jiggly saying, "Yara got old." Then, on June 30th, she tweeted, "Oh look, I was actually on the show, and I've got blue balls ×3. Then on July 1st, she tweeted, "It's hard for me to watch myself on television. I mean, I don't have much to watch so far." And then after episode 3 just aired, Raja tweeted, "Have you caught the latest episode of RuPaul's Drag Race on Paramount Plus?" Pandora responded, "Am I in it this week? LOL. All I know is I had an amazing time with you this episode." Raja said, "Yes girl, you're in it and you have lines," and Pandora said, "I have lines. Wow. I'm not a glorified extra this week. Haha, fix it, bitch." I I saw her tweets and that made me kind of sad, and I was like, yeah, like, I guess she kind of has been more of a background character these past 3 episodes, but I feel like some other queens have as well. And y'all know me, I decided to get the tea on the situation, do a little math, do a little calculation, and here we are. I went back through each episode and counted the number of confessionals that each queen has had so far. And I will acknowledge that, yeah, confessionals don't tell the whole story, but they do give us an idea of where the storyline is going for the episode. And before I show you the juicy numbers, I do want to tell you exactly how I calculated these. I counted a confessional as any time that the camera cuts to the queens out of drag speaking to the confessional camera. If a queen is giving a confessional and then it cuts back to some other part of the show and then back to that same queen speaking on the same idea, I counted that as 1 confessional. If a queen was giving a confessional and then they cut to another queen giving a confessional, but then back to that original queen giving a confessional, I counted that as 2 confessionals. And finally, I did not count confessionals giving during the runways, since they pretty much always have them. In the first episode, the talent show, our winner, Yara Sofia, had 5 total confessionals, while the queen that was eliminated, Miss Serena, got 4. Notably, Raja and Trinity were tied for the most confessionals this episode, having 7 each. It's worth noting that they placed high and bottom, respectively. As for Pandora, she this episode had 3 total confessionals, which was as much or more than Eureka, Akeria, Kylie, Scarlet, and Jan. It is worth noting Pandora was not involved in the dialogue in the workroom this episode, hence her tweets, but I think the more confessional time she was given was intended to balance that out. Moving into episode 2, Raja, the episode's winner, received 5 confessionals, tied with Trinity. Jiggly, this episode's eliminated queen, had a total of 4 confessionals, which was the same amount that Yara got, who was the other queen in the bottom. Notably, Pandora and Silky both received 0 confessionals, and Pandora had 0 lines in the workroom again. And in today's episode, our winner, Trinity, had a total of 7 confessionals, the most out of any queen, and Silky, our eliminated, had 6. Pandora had 2 confessionals this episode, and quite a bit of dialogue in the workroom considering she was essentially acting as the team's captain. Every other queen had between 1 and 3 confessionals, besides Eureka, who had 0, however, she had a lot of screen time in the main challenge. In general, some trends that I noticed through these 3 episodes are that the best way to get screen time, and thus confessional time, is to either win the challenge or be in the bottom or be eliminated. And Pandora has done none of those 3 things so far, so I think it does kind of make sense why she's been more in the background. But so has Scarlet, and so has Jan, her safe sisters. All things considered, just looking at confessionals, she is in the middle of the pack with a grand total of 5 across the 3 episodes. Interestingly, the show has heavily favored Trinity K. Bonet with a total of 19 confessionals. But that's also not surprising considering she was in the bottom in the first episode and won episode 3. These numbers are fun, but like I said, confessional time doesn't equal total screen time. For example, while I counted more confessionals from Pandora than Eureka, it definitely feels like we've seen a lot more Eureka, especially because she talks a lot during the workroom and then also did really well in the 3rd episode and 2nd episode. So is Pandora being treated unfairly among the cast? Her experience is valid, and I don't want to discredit that. Just looking at the numbers, it does seem to me like she's kind of being treated averagely, you know, among other queens like Scarlet, Jan, and Kylie, who really haven't had much screen time at all. Instead, their stories have been kind of pushed aside, I would say, in favor of the queens that have won or been eliminated. And ultimately, I like to think that they are saving those storylines for later when they begin to do even better in the competition. I guess we'll see. Let me know what you think though. Do you think the coverage of our queens has been equal enough so far? Has anyone been treated unfairly or maybe too favorably? Let me know down in the comments below. As always, I want to say thank you for watching this video, and as a reminder, I did do a reaction to this episode, including the runways, main challenge, and lip sync, and that is available over on my Patreon at patreon.com/bussyqueen. That's my members only website. You can join to support the channel and get exclusive benefits like early access to my videos, exclusive videos like those, and access to the Bussy Queen Discord server. The link to join is in the description of this video. Finally, I want to give a special shout out to Tanner Never Settles, Jack, Mirabelle Rose, and Kevin, who've all just joined my Patreon at the hot tier. And Aiden Smith, Ali Al, Anna Miriam, Anthony, August Everywhere, B-Rolls, Bradley, Cameron, Cherry Poppins, Christopher, Clam Moosdale, Dr. Martin, Evan, Fractalized, GJ Bearclaw, Got the Morbs, Jay, Jenny, Jonah, Johnny, Kevin, Kiki and John, Madam Muffy, Markowitz, Millennial Hissy Fit, Nathan, Opal, Pasquale Nava, Ron, Shannon, Sky, Tammy, Thomas, Timotheus, Travis, Tyler, Vendetta, and Wheelie, who were all supporting me at my hottest hot tier, and Angel, Caroline, Cyrus, Felicia, Cody P, JB, Joseph, JP in Dallas, Laura, Nurse Luca, Matthew, Roberts Reeves, Scooby Snacks, Sailor, Steven, Tom Jaco, Tom Young, and Triton, who were all supporting me at my Bussy Queen Collector tier. See you later. Love ya. Bye.